Gen.G, I have a suspicion.
The flash comes in, Duro is in a bit of trouble, he is going to get away, but now the follow-up from Peanut is right there, and Duro, with the red buff ticking, they'll give this kill right over to Viper, and immediately Hanwha Life. And now we got Hex Flash maybe in the mid lane, Peanut setting up for this one, Chovy probably gonna have to flash, doesn't even do it, accepts his fate, and Zeka picks up a kill as the follow-up just not there, and now in comes Hanwha Life Esports, just gonna knock away the one guy, the support, and now the follow-up here on a Canyon, who is in a lot of trouble. Does get that shield up though, and a bit of health on the follow-up. The damage not quite there, and finally they get it, but Zeka is going to immediately bite the dust. Viper also on the run as Chovy looking for more. Needs a Q, needs something, and they finally do get him down. Chovy collects the kill, and Gen.G do strike back.
They're still going.
Yeah, we got a fight in here. It looks like Canyon wanted to fight for the grubs, but he's by himself against 4 people. Says, I can take the 1v1, but not the 1v4. And eventually, as now we do have the teleport coming out, and the Scion is going to be ulting in. They try to go in onto the front line here. A ton of damage into Canyon, and he will be going down, but it's in a trade for the support as Peanut super low himself. Keen frontlining for the team. As Zeus kind of just has to get out of here. Zeka just zoning the rise, but not good enough. And Zeus will have to flash away. He's going to hit his 2-item spike very early on. Right as they say that, maybe I cursed him, is now trying to go in and take down Viper. Trying to take the 1v2. Does get the kill. And now Zeus is like, well, I guess maybe I'll take him out eventually here. But still, the fact that he was able to get a kill in that circumstance is big. The feats of strength as now he got an engage coming in, but that's on a ruler. He's totally fine, and now they just turn on a Peanut. The damage is huge. They can't quite take him out, and finally they do. Canyon gonna pick up that kill. From the left side is Delight, not really finding an engage angle. He's just rooted forever, and now Keen is in the front line, and Delight is just dead. He's just out of the fight, and now the front line is immediately burst down. Down goes Peanut, as a bunch of damage coming in from the side of Zeus, but he can't do it all by himself. Canyon gonna get the Drake, only Duro goes down. Viper hits the ground as well. It's a triple kill for Chovy.
It doesn't allow you to really play the game.
I love how Gen.G are playing this.
Engage attempt, Peanut again, trying to make something happen. They turn on him, but it is a trade for Canyon at least. But still, this mid lane turret is going to go down. As this one is going to be engaged right onto the front line. Duro is going to flash away. The Scion is taking everything up. Duro is down, and the redemption is huge. The ult finally gets Canyon away, but Chovy accesses the backline. Peanut steals away the Drake, and Chovy is unaccounted for. The shockwave, though, is pretty gigantic. But look at Ruler on the left side. Nobody looks at him. The fight is heavily won by Gen.G.
You finally got the Scion down so low. You're finally able to take out.
Case with Poppy, if you ever do lose control and you're playing Poppy from behind, it's not very fun.
Just gonna Scion ult straight into the front, and everybody gets delivered to the back line with the Realm Warp. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Over the wall they go. Zeus goes down, and Gen.G are just rolling Hanwha Life Esports now. It is an ace, and they might just end the game right here, 30 minutes in.
This is such a big shift of momentum here for Gen.G already in this first game. Bit of a rougher early game, but they turned it around so hard and crushed Hanwha Life Esports with a 10,000 gold lead here at 30 minutes.
Ends up being not a very close game if you look at 15 minutes onwards or so, as Gen.G run it from there on, and they take down game number 1 here at the 2025 Uribank LCK Grand Finals.
And early on, Hanwha Life showcased again the prep, the look at the draft.
We're gonna maybe turn this one around as the max range. Wind becomes lightning, he's going on in, but they're not fully committing to this, and now the slow is there on a Canyon. Make that a pillar follow-up as the flash away, but still they flash jump on in. The exhaust gonna help out big time, and now Peanut's taking so much damage in this front line, but so is Keen. But at the end of the day, Canyon gonna turn this one around as Zeus flashes in, tries to take it 1v2, but instead gets sat down by Canyon.
At least he was able to get the
Pressure down there and push them away. Zeus does not have his flash. Now the needles are coming in. Keen taking an aggressive trade as he is getting low, but not low enough as yeah, it is, but now he got some needles coming on in. Keen taking an aggressive trade once again. The overheat comes out as exhaust utilized. Keen, he wants the kill, and he wants it now. He will pick it up, but he does go down in the trade. Has to utilize exhaust as well for that one, so.
And Ruler as a cause. Oh, Canyon.
Well, we got full summoners here for the side of Hanwha Life Esports. We'll see if Viper can get away. He's not going to flash the knock-up, uses the barrier, and at the end of the day, he just goes down, and now the Talia's in. That's 2 kills now for Gen.G.
They have to get something cross-map here. They have to, or they're in big trouble.
They might just be able to. Exhaust is still on cooldown, and 3v1, they will be able to at least take down Keen, but that is 2 kills. Trying to go on a ruler here that's already a ton of damage as in goes to Leona, but Duro is there for the peel, takes a bunch himself, but the follow-up from Chovy gets there on time. The equalizer only hitting Canyon as eventually Ruler doesn't have any way to get out. And I want it now, but the flash is gonna come out as there's the W! Follow-up kill from Ruler from downtown in the jungle. As you see the flank coming in, has to flash the seismic shove already. And now the engage is gonna be forced here by Delight. It's in onto Canyon and onto Ruler in that backline, but they have so much damage onto that Leona, they can't take out Ruler. As look at Zeka goes so deep, but eventually just goes down and Ruler survives this entire fight. Viper doing an excellent job of kiting it out, but he's the only one alive. And Chovy goes in and shuts him down. Takes the kill, and Gen.G take a gigantic fight.
Disappeared.
And again, it's the combination of that reap. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, we got another fight here. Looks like Hanwha Esports kind of half-heartedly just kind of running in there as Duro's going to get away. It's a big equalizer, though. They take out Keen. The follow-up is there for HLE. They want to get Duro, but it's not enough. Finally, they do get him on the backside there, but in goes Ruler with the assassination. But this time, Viper has tons of room, gets the shutdown on the Xin Zhao. And Chovy here on the run, trying to take the disengage cone, but the follow-up from the Yunara is just too big. It's 2 shutdowns for Viper's Yunara.
A good counter punch, though. As Ruler, he's Peanut's there.
It's the Ruler spot. He's by himself in the Ruler spot. Who could have predicted this? He just goes down essentially for free. You see a fight brewing here. Delight kind of by himself. You see Viper not really able to help him out. That's the flash on in. Will they overcommit is really the only question I have, as this is just a Leona, but they are going so deep to try to kill Delight, and yes, they will. But Ruler by himself behind the play as they look to collapse. Ingo saves over the wall, tons of damage, but they turn onto him. Immediate double kill comes in for Keen, and now it's 5v3. Yes, some low health bars here for Gen.G. And so Zeka's angle going to be denied, and now the follow-up comes in, and Zeka's just by himself. He gets taken out, essentially for free in the flank.
Okay, this is still not a free Nash by any means. Viper doesn't have that flashback, but he is ready to fight.
It's going to be up to Peanut, but they immediately turn up to him as they burst him down. The burst out of this comp is just... Yeah, it might just be all up to Viper as the guerrilla tactics not necessarily working out as finding now. The light goes in, but look at the damage on the Peanut as that's a big stun. Gets Ruler down, and now Viper's got it. The spike comes in as Peanut lives and takes down the dragon, denies the soul once again. Chovy's going to go down. And the Zunara, unchecked in the fight, means that HLE will win it big time. Oh, look at the damage here onto this one. The wall's coming down, but it gets fighted by Peanut as Canyon goes into his GA. The equalizer is big. Ruler trying to frontline, but Canyon going to be the first casualty, but Ruler untouched as his Viper. It's so much on a thin edge here. Ruler going in with the ultimate. Wants to execute Viper to get his GA. And Ruler survives at the end of the fight. He will not be denied this fight. Gen.G take it down with the Ruler triple kill.
He doesn't need a GA. Only his flash and ult necessary to get Gen.G to teamfight win.
Look at his face.
The reaction on the player cam is priceless as well, because he knows the risk paid off, and he was able to carry his team to this final team fight victory. It took 30 in the first, but in the second it'll be a nearly 40-minute game that Gen.G wrestle away from Hanwha Life Esports to go up match point, 1 game away from getting revenge from the summer finals from last year.
Cloud Soul doesn't do anything. The steal does not matter. What it came down to was the 80 carry doing more damage than the other side, and Ruler is able to get on in there with this ult.
One of the most consistent smolders in the LCK is,
knocking the prominent turret range. Delight, he's like, oh no, not the mines! As first blood goes over to Ruler already.
Anyways, back to the gameplay.
I think you are 4-staff smite nowadays
Peanut?
Anyway, so...
Peanut has his ult here.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of a skirmish. It's a 3-on-3 for now, but the Galio comes in a bit sooner.
Mom?
As okay, Mom does come down the turn immediately on a Viper, but he just flaps away as the follow-up Galio ult stolen by Zeka, who is in the thick of it behind enemy lines. And Chovy's actually the one that's in the most danger as the kick is gigantic. But nobody has gone down yet. Finally, Duro bites the dust. As the damage comes in, they take out the Smolder. But now the Silas just loves these scrappy fights as The light will not go down, the flash through, and finally Ruler gets him, but it's still a win in the fight going to HLE.
The light's looking for it.
Flash on in, and Viper is, the stun comes down, and I think Chovy will be okay. Gets the level up, but eventually you just auto-attack him to death. Not seeing the Braum TP for some reason. Chovy gets baited and dies. They just don't have enough consistent damage to ever take him down. As now, maybe they have enough as the kick is good onto 2. They're trying to burst down Peanut, and they will be able to do so. That's a shutdown here for the Zags. We got TP coming in as King Sante maybe a bit in trouble, but he's just going in. As now this TP, they're trying to actually punish him for
Keen
it.
is in trouble.
As Keen is still going in, still eventually will be taken out by the Smolder. As in goes Zeus 1v3. Just trying to...
Ruler!
Ruler in the Ruler spot. He has a TP, or a turret rather, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna die.
Even if there's a turret there.
Yeah, the Sonic Wave not gonna land, but
Jarvan's
the
on his
Lee Sin
way.
does get in. As do they have enough damage to take out Zeus? This double TP coming down from HLE. Keen just flashing away as Keen and Canyon realizing they're in a lot of trouble trying to get out here with this Cassante. As Zeka with the chains gets under
Viper's
the turret,
ult.
but they don't have the damage
Viper's
to take
ult.
out Keen. As the ult still not enough. Another redemption gonna get Keen down. The turret 6 bomb, and Cassante is just so dumb. He's still alive. How is he? Okay, finally the flash 2 comes in, and Viper takes him out. As Duro makes his way up, but look at the health bars now. And now really the Ziggs is unkillable. Nobody can get onto him as Peanut is desperate to do so. As Duro trying to frontline him, maybe they just have enough people to push him away from the fight. Here looking for the steal, but Peanut has been so good on his smites. Let's see what it comes down to. Just gonna be kind of a flip as Ingo's the Lee Sin down to 35, and it goes to Peanut anyway. As he's been so good on the smites. The follow-up here, the bomb is big, but these guys live basically forever. And accessing the back line, Ruler in a lot of trouble. They're trying to peel for him. But now your front line is just gone as well. Ruler, no escape for him. Does go down even after the satchel used defensively. As this one threat comp not necessarily working out for them. Duro in a lot of trouble here as well. They give that kill over to Viper, and HLE are running away with the game.
5,200 damage in the fight. He doesn't even have 225.
And so is Viper. The Redemption can only do so much. They're trying to get that engaged, and the access to the backline is there once again. Zeus gets it. Canyon just trying to zone them away. And it was so desperate from Gen.G. Eventually, Ruler will just be run down here as the one threat is gone. And King Sante maybe takes out Zeus, but it's not looking good in that aspect either. Finally does, but he's the only one to get a kill. As Viper has so much room, and Chovy runs tail between his legs, and Hanwha should be able to pick up this objective.
It's only 21 minutes into the game. Baron hasn't spawned yet, but it's nearly the full wipe here for Gen.G. Hanwha Life will be able to take the Otacon that Gen.G so desperately tried to take moments before and further their lead.
The ult on in, Zeus wants the 1v1 as Taunt comes down and Zeus sits him down once again and picks up the solo kill. You are not fighting over this dragon now.
I mean,
ult is stolen, and they just turn onto the jungler, and Canyon is down. And just like that, they don't even need the Baron. Just get the kills and push on in. And now, with those 2 kills, they will be able to take down this Baron easily enough. And they play it excellently. They don't make any mistakes.
And we had such a good plan. And they fail at step 1. Obviously, Hanwha Life also very aware of this fact. So really clean setup here. They have full vision control. They don't need to flip the objective whatsoever. And they don't. Keep control of where Canyon is. Target him down. And this series will continue, gentlemen.
It definitely will. The game is certainly over from here as Ruler, no escape for you, as Peanut's got his eye on you, as the flash comes out, and you are taken down. Ruler, no hope for him. No more wave clear left here on the side of Gen.G. No more hopes as Hanwha Life Esports will be forcing a game number 4 in these grand finals.
Hanwha Life putting Viper on the Smolder. An expensive pick for them too, one they have really mastered, but it is well worth it in this one.
Yeah, at least you take it away from Chovy, I suppose, as you got Zeka in the pool, but you know who's not in the pool? It's Viper, as yep, he's just gonna be burning everybody down. He says, hold on a minute, let me get these kills, as the little Elder Drake that could. As they take down the Nexus turrets, they will take down the Nexus, and we have finally got a series on our hands here. At the finals, Hanwha Life Esports finally end up showing up.
A close game 1, An even closer game.
We do have a bit of a dive here. Setting up in the top lane as let's see if Keen can survive with a flash stun into the wall, and that's enough damage for Viper. Yeah, this was very confusing trying to go for that control ward. He is going to have the flash come out here from Canyon, but it might be enough as he's going to taxi out of the Raptors, and Victor with no flash trying to kill a control ward just gets punished here, and it's kill over to Chovy as well. Zeus going in trying to beat this one, and he will be successful. Now, can they get the kill onto Keen is the question, and with Peanut here at level 5, I think you've got enough damage, but the sustain here for Keen is pretty large, and Zeus is being chunked out, has to run away. It's just going to be Keen versus Peanut, and this is a very long lane down on the bottom side, but eventually going through the wall, and the follow-up comes in from Zeus to clap him down and get the kill. With the maiden being annoying, but it's still an eventual kill to HLE. I mean, Duro's just gonna flash away from the damage, just make sure as the burst comes in. There's the hook on a Peanut. Do they have the damage though? Yes, they absolutely do. As Zeus on the flank gets the double knockup. As the burst comes in, the Arcane Storm is out.
Chovy?
As now Chovy, he wants more. He is desperate for something more, but not gonna keep them around for long enough. In goes Canyon, but he's taking a bunch of damage. Flashes on in onto Zeka. Down goes Zeus as well. Just chunks the two of them down. As Viper finally gonna get the one. Delight also picks up yet another kill. As now looking for Chovy. He's gonna get in close and does get the hook down. And they're getting so much more over the back of this fight for HLE.
And Delight ends up picking up.
And he could have avoided a decent amount of that damage if he just used it early.
Delight's looking.
Delight's looking for it. The ult comes in and Ruler's just free. The culling on top of it all, and Peanut's just trying to get in. He's gonna steal it away. And he's Scarter. He just laughs his way to the bank and goes all the way away. As yes, they are gonna get this hook here on the Zeus. But it's just the one kill here for Gen.G as they lose the Drake in the trade. Actually, the laser on top of it is now we got a TP. Zeus very far behind enemy lines. They want to turn onto him as the flash, and the hook is going to miss. As Zeus has to flash out of that one, the re-engage comes out from the horn, and the impale over the wall. Canyon straight into the wall himself, but he will not die. Peanut wants the kill, but he's flashing it at 4 people. And this Peanut, not the time or the place, but they actually do get the kill.
What?
Funnily enough, I don't even know how he died.
How can you die?
Yep.
Peanut's there.
Urge to go down. Might just come down to a flip, and it goes over to the Saya of all people. 3-man knockup comes in from the Ornn, and that's Yorick down. Keen just out of the play, and HLE say, well, we got the pick, got a pike. Everything is missing for some reason, as a big ult does hit too. But eventually, you're just going to have too much damage on top of you, as they're going to give the kill over to Zeka as well. And he is nearly 1,000 gold ahead now.
There are a few question mark pings on the Baron, but
not the most dangerous thing I've ever seen, but now trying to get the engage going onto this front line. Zeus is going to be burnt down. There's nobody's there. They were staying together, and then they split up as they were following Keen. Hook goes down onto Keen, and now Peanut's in a really rough spot. He's going to be taken down, and the amount of damage Gen.G is being just... Zeus running straight into them. Nice culling to do some damage, and that's a hook on a Canyon, but that is the Pantheon, and Zeus who has to flash away, but Canyon goes down! At the end of the day, this Pike is about to get some big value. Looking for Duro. That's a second one on the board! Delight. TP coming in. They have they stopped the channel with the ult from the Victor, and this is right before the Baron. As he's trying to turn this one around on Azeka. I don't think so, but he flashes for that one. Delight's in stealth as well. Duro looking for some kind of hook. They want to access that backline, but the peel is insane. Canyon getting on in, goes into his G, and then bull hook Zeka though. As maybe that's enough. Might try to come down to a flame. He goes again! But Ruler will not be denied these objectives. And he's full health.
he just keeps getting them.
Finally get an impale engaged, but Canyon is Pantheon, lives for so long, and the damage from the Zaya and the Casio is way too much for the Ornn to deal with. They gotta get out of the way! Let's follow up from Chovy, it's gigantic, goes Golden, and the hook comes through! And that should be it, Gen.G! With one fell swoop, might have just won this game.
10,000 damage for Ruler! 10,600! He had the smite button in this game, and his damage is off the charts. Who says the Victor scales? This Saya is the biggest on the Rift.
Feel like the Blitzcrank is scaling better than the Victor in this one. As Viper, he's desperate, he's trying to clear the waves, but he's not gonna have it. Gen.G, get the revenge for last summer, and they are your 2025 LCK Finals champion.
leaves for the LPL, has an incredible first year on JDG, the second year, not what he wanted. Comes back and makes clear why Gen.G brought him back with an absolutely exceptional performance in this final game.
Every single member for Gen.G had a big part to play in this title win. Duro's first ever LCK title in his first appearance. He's picked up the win in an international tournament already and now comes in as one of the best support players here out of Korea to go to Worlds. Ruler's performance, Chovy's performance. This team was world